Oh yeah, peeps, conservative media peeps, what's up? We're having a party because it's been confirmed that Keith Olbermann is bye-bye from MSNBC. Now here's what's going to happen, and I want the liberal peeps to jump in here too because we're asking you a question. That Lawrence O'Donnell, who filled in before for Keith Olbermann, I believe, is now going to take over in that slot, and they're going to move Ed from earlier to Lawrence O'Donnell's later slot. Now, what do you think about that move? How do you think it's going to play out? Are you for it? Would you still watch? Is Countdown going to be the same without Olbermann? And what about Lawrence O'Donnell? I think there is, in my personal opinion, rather than fast-casting aspersions, in my personal opinion, a message has been sent that they're not taking any more of this stuff from Olbermann. And look, I mean, we're going to get into this in another video, Paul, but I mean, you know, Lawrence O'Donnell, he's not too far away from Keith Olbermann, in my personal opinion. Paul, what do you think about these programming moves from MSNBC that is now going to be taken over by Comcast? And I mean, we may even want to talk about this in another video about whether Comcast has anything to do with this. Tell me what's going on about these programming moves.
Well, John, I think that one of the first things that you see with this is not only is this the natural result of Comcast taking over the network, but it's also the result of the 2010 elections and stuff really coming home, which is, look, you guys got wiped out. And what I mean by you guys, I mean the kind of this hard left, kind of inflammatory rhetoric that Olbermann was a big part of. And now it's like you have Obama trying to pivot to the middle, and apparently MSNBC and other businesses and other networks are saying we kind of need to pivot that way as well. And Olbermann is the first result, or the first change in that direction. I think you're going to see more of this. And as we were both watching and listening to like Anderson Cooper, some other people react to this, it's like you're starting to see some of these journalists on the left get a little scared. Because many of them kind of overextended themselves the last 2 years in defending Obama and these progressive policies. And I think a lot of them right now are thinking, man, am I going to get axed like Keith Olbermann just did?
Well, we're going to get into that in 1 second. For this video, we have all kinds of videos, so stay with us and check out all of our videos here related because we're going to be covering this wall to wall. Nobody, in our personal opinion, is going to have more, deeper, and better coverage on YouTube of this enormous cataclysmic event, politically, news-wise, and media-wise, than conservative new media, JDB, and PFV. For this video, Paul, I want to know about the programming changes. Do you think that people will watch Lawrence O'Donnell in the countdown slot? Will they keep that show the way that it is? And what about Ed Schultz moving later? And will Lawrence O'Donnell try to trim the sails a little bit because he doesn't want to have... Okay.
I think that Lawrence O'Donnell, it's fairly well thought, or well known, if you will, that Lawrence O'Donnell is pretty explosive personality and does not tolerate people that he thinks aren't that smart particularly well. And so they've tried to rein him in. They gave him this new show, and they I think someone kind of let him know, look, you need to pull that back. But when you think about Lawrence O'Donnell, you think about Ed Schultz, you think of kind of very bombastic, strident people. So, I don't know how well they're going to do. I mean, I don't know how many viewers they're going to get. And honestly, I don't know if they're going to be able to maintain that kind of more civilized tone that it looks like MSNBC is looking for.
And do you think because of this signature move, this is going to change the tenor entirely? And we'll get into this more, but just at a very high level, is this going to change MSNBC entirely?
It might. It very well could. Look, what a lot of people don't remember about MSNBC is until around, 2000 or 2001, they were trying to out-conservative Fox.
That's right.
They were doing that.
They were going to have Michael Savage on.
We very well could be seeing a kind of sea change in their approach.
Look, I want to know what you guys think about this. Will you watch Lawrence O'Donnell in the countdown slot? Or is that like a slap in the face to the countdown, to the Truth Countdown fans that want Keith? And what about Ed Schultz moving on later? Is that going to play for the late night audience or the later night audience on MSNBC? You tell me what's going on. Or are you just going to jump ship from MSNBC anyway because you're so upset about this move? Tell me what's up and watch our next video where we talk about the impact that it's going to have overall on the left and what some people are saying about this and where Keith's move might be next. We got it all covered. Check out our new videos. Comments below, subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal. That is Paul. We are Conservative Media, and we'll see you next time.